All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1039, White case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mrs. White, what brings you here today?
Well, Judge Bonda, nice to see you again. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. And it's interesting to see you sitting on this side.
Yes, well.
With Mr. White?
Yes, Damien is here today. He's finally back from building that bridge.
Right, but it's interesting that you're here making a request because the last time you were here, his ex-wife was making a request for child support and you gave her such a hard time.
Well, you know, back then I was so blinded by love and a bunch of other things, and now
Isn't that ironic?
Dollar signs.
Yes, I believe that I have definitely learned my lesson and karma has definitely come around.
Okay, well you said it, but continue. What brings you here?
So I would like to...
Hold up, did you catch that twist? Mrs. White is now asking for something she once stood firmly against. Talk about irony. But let's break it down legally. Her request actually holds water. When parents part ways, child support steps in to make sure both are doing their part to support their kids. Fair enough, right? Here's where it gets interesting. Mrs. White says money's tight on her end. So now the big question becomes, should Mr. White be responsible for footing the bill for private school? Or is this more about maintaining a pricey lifestyle than meeting a basic need?
For our two beautiful children.
Okay.
I cannot send them to school on my own. I don't want to pull them out. You know, they have their friends and they're doing so well, and I would hate to make them change schools.
Okay. And you said that you're paying tuition?
Yes.
Are you paying it or is Mr. White paying it?
Well, when we were together, we were paying it. But, you know, now that I have to find a new job.
Wait a second. $5,000 per kid per year? That's no small change. Now, legally speaking, child support is supposed to cover the basics. Think food, shelter, and clothes. But private school tuition, that's where things get a little murky. Unless both parents agreed to it ahead of time, courts don't usually treat private education as a must-have. It's more of a luxury than a legal obligation. So here we are. The judge has a big call to make. Will Mr. White be on the hook for that steep school bill, or will Mrs. White need to explore other options to keep their kids enrolled in that elite academy? What's your take? Should private school costs be split down the middle, or is this pushing it too far?
The money that I no longer have coming in, I need his help.
Okay. All right. And how much is tuition?
Tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Okay. Per year?
Yes.
Okay. This better be a pretty great school.
Yeah, it's connected to Yale and Harvard.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, how was the bridge? Because you definitely didn't show up for court the last time.
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm guessing everything went well.
I'm a civil engineer, Your Honor, and I was in Italy for a conference, not the building of the Bridge of Gibraltar.
Oh, okay.
You must have lied to me.
Well, she didn't. She didn't.
And boom, Mr. White just made his move. He's currently the sole breadwinner while Mrs. White is, well, still easing her way back into the workforce. The tension? It's thick. But here's the truth. Raising kids doesn't come cheap. So, the big question is, if both parents brought these kids into the world, shouldn't they both be pitching in to support them? Or does Mr. White have a point in questioning exactly how his support money is being used? Now it's over to you. Who's making the stronger case here? Sound off and let us know what you think.
Apparently didn't know that there's a large step up from being housewife to employed.
Oh. I caught that. Continue.
So I'm currently paying the insurance for our children.
Okay. And how much is that?
$500?
$500. Okay. And that's for both children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Continue.
Now, I don't understand exactly why my loving wife would think that in combination that we are paying for our children, considering I'm the only one that works.
Boom. There it is. The judge didn't mince words. Mr. White's responsibility ends at around $1,391 a month. That covers child support and health insurance. Nothing more, nothing extra. Translation? Mrs. White is on the hook for the rest. And the real mic drop moment? The judge basically said, "It's time to get a job. So now we're throwing it to you. Should parenting costs be split 50-50 no matter what? Or should the higher earner always be expected to cover more?" Drop your thoughts below. We're listening.
But frankly, she does not.
Okay.
And only spends.
That's
Okay.
not true. That's not true.
Ma'am, he's speaking. Okay. So, you guys are going through a divorce. She now is getting ready to work because she's not working yet, right?
From what I'm told, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. And this tuition, is it accurate what she said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. That's a pretty expensive.
And that's a wrap on this courtroom clash. Mrs. White walked away with child support, but not the tuition win. The final order? Mr. White has to pay $1,391 a month and cover health insurance. Beyond that, nothing. The takeaway? Courts aren't here to support lavish lifestyles. They're here to make sure the kids are taken care of, plain and simple. But what do you think? Was the judge spot on? Or should Mr. White have been required to cover the cost of private school? Too? Sound off in the comments. And if you're all about real courtroom drama and legal showdowns, don't forget to hit that like button, drop your thoughts, and subscribe for more breakdowns that keep it real and keep you hooked.
I mean, if, you know, it has its affiliations, I definitely understand. $500 for health insurance, and how many other children do you have?
Just the one other with my ex-wife.
Okay. And then you all have 2 together. All right. And I do have your child support amount. Giving you credit for the health insurance as well as credit for your other children. Your child support amount comes out to $1,391. Okay. Now let me explain to you how that affects you. You're definitely going to have to get a job.
Oh, I do have a job.
Well, you're definitely going to have to continue working that job, because if you notice, his child support is only about close to $1,400. You said tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Right.
So after he pays child support, he does not have to give you anything extra. You understand that?
Oh, I completely understand.
And you understand that you will be covering the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Is there anything further? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further?
Can I just let you know that I do have a legitimate job, okay? Like, I have my own hair care business. It's starting
I thought that was a question for me. Are you talking to him?
Well, I'm just letting both of you know that I do have a legitimate job.
Okay, great.
And it's doing pretty
Congratulations.
well.
That is wonderful. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.